election, given the fact that we are seeing these incredibly close margins in these states, and that one challenge that he's going to have is that Donald Trump was in fact able to turn out a lot of those so-called hidden Trump voters that we were also skeptical of, and turn out a lot of his people. And so I think that in order to succeed here, to the extent that he can, if he is in fact president-elect, Joe Biden's really going to have to think about a more pragmatic agenda that's going to address a lot of the economic uncertainty that we saw reflected in this election. We expected it to be the COVID election, and to some extent it was, but it also was a reflection of the deep economic uncertainty in this country. And you saw that in particular in states like Nevada, where Biden could have potentially done a lot better if people weren't as worried about what the economy is going to look like as this pandemic continues, John.
Errol, I'm just curious about this process, because let's just say that Pennsylvania's numbers come in today. Let's say that we can call it for Biden, and President Trump doesn't concede, and he never concedes. Then what? How does Biden move forward? I mean, this is more than a nicety. The concession call is more than a nicety. It's a trigger, right?
Well, do you know what the Constitution says about concession phone calls?
Nothing.
Exactly.
I know. How dare
exactly
the founding fathers?
Well, no, the point is it has absolutely no legal or official role whatsoever.
But then when is the starting gate? I mean, when's the starting bell in that case, Errol?
Right. Well, it's interesting that the former vice president is waiting for media organizations to essentially dictate when he can step forward, publicly start organizing his transition, and otherwise try to put things in order. The reality is, yeah, he's waiting on other people. President Trump is not going to be one of those people. I mean, it would make absolutely no sense to wait for the Trump campaign and the Trump administration to decide that they're going to drop their legal arguments, drop their political arguments, and declare that the game is over. On the other hand, allowing media organizations to do that puts Joe Biden in a tricky position as well. We know that he wanted to get a declaration yesterday and start moving forward. Well, that didn't happen. And if you look at what the Associated Press and other news organizations are doing, they're going to wait. You know, I mean, it takes Georgia off the map in some ways until there's a recount. News organizations aren't going to declare anything definitively, I don't think.